Hello, I'm Nigel. Welcome to Beer News. Our man Anders has been on the spot again. Anders, tell us where you've been.
I've been to Poole Beer Festival. To me, it's just down the road from where I live. It's relatively easy to get to. I say relatively easy. Two bus rides there, bus rides back. But a great beer festival. I'm reckoning around 80 beers
Not
on
bad.
show.
Good choice.
Good, excellent choice. Um, I will say that I generally stuck around perhaps the late threes, the early 4.5 percenters. If you don't pace yourself, I mean, you've done a beer festival before, and I've done a beer festival before and ended up in a mess, having not paced myself.
That story's from for another day,
That story's for another day when I've had some beer.
and
Yes,
you need beer to tell that. Another time,
another
ladies.
time. A Christmas special, perhaps. Um,
I know the story. It's
yeah.
horrendous.
So, yes, but I have to say, some red ales, a lot of red ales there.
Yeah.
Very nice. Um, and I was talking to you about some of the beers beforehand, wasn't I? And I bucked the trend a little bit because in the middle of it, I went for a cider as well,
Oh,
which was um,
was that an error in retrospect?
no, I don't think it was. I mean, it might have been placed better, perhaps, but no, very nice. It was a salted caramel cider, and it worked very nicely indeed. Thank you very much.
Lovely.
Yeah. Um,
So, was our good friend Barnsley Bitter there?
Barnsley Bitter by the Acorn Brewery. Yes,
Yeah.
it was there. And I
We
tried not to
realised afterwards
get it.
I had that, and I thought it was one of the best beers I had at one of the ones I went to, which we hadn't put two and two together that it was Acorn Brewery.
No.
Uh,
So I saw it there and I thought, you know what, I'm not going to do it because there's too many beers in the world.
oh, Anders.
But I went for it. In the end, I couldn't not because it is a lovely beer. But it didn't stand out
Oh, that's good because that
because
means
there
there
were
was
a lot
lots
of
of,
other good beers
yeah,
around.
fantastic.
So I'm talking things like the Welbeck Abbey Red Feather, which is a red ale.
Yeah.
That came in at about 3.9%. It was lovely. Um, there was, slightly higher up. There was in the ABV. There was Windsor and Eton Conqueror, which is a black IPA, which came in at 5%. Um,
Beautiful.
yeah, I
So,
thought I'm going to finish on a biggie,
right.
6.5%.
Yeah.
Yeah, half a pint of something called tequila.
Mhm.
Mm.
Expand.
It, it's a slightly sour beer.
Oh, you've lost me straight away. I
Yeah,
just,
I had no idea. I had no idea, and I trusted the brewery because I know the brewery so well.
so what was the brewery again?
Drop the anchor.
Ah, but you know that our viewers probably don't know anything about Drop the Anchor. It's a local to yourself down in
It's in
Dorset.
Christchurch. Yes, yes.
And some of his the guy, the brewer there, he's a master.
He's
Some
a
of the
genius.
stuff he does
Yeah.
is amazing, but he throws a lot of curveballs.
He does throw a lot of curveballs, and most of them work, but this one, no,
Mm.
no. So I passed that around my colleagues and my friends and colleagues, and they all took a sip and went, and I threw it.
Yeah.
It really was quite unpleasant, and
See,
I've never done that at the beer festival before.
sour beers, I can't get into them because I've been homebrewing for years. And when all this
Mm.
craze about sour beers, like it just tastes like my homebrew's got off.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
And I know it's meant to, but I thought I can't reconcile the two. It's
No,
just it's just a way of selling gone off beer as far as I'm concerned.
And I remember when I was about 7 or 8, I had some gooseberries.
Yeah.
It was the first and last time I ever had any gooseberries. And I thought, I don't like you. I don't know why, but I don't like you. I don't want you again. And the tequila reminded me of gooseberries.
Hmm.
Unpleasant. So
Top beer of the day, or did you have another beer after that?
I'm just another beer.
Ah,
I had
good. Because you
I had
can't
to make
end
a
on that.
choice, and I'm no, you can't leave it at that. I would have left very disappointed.
Yes.
And I'm going to go to my program, and I'm going to read out what it is I actually bought. It comes in at 6.5%. It's Siren Craft is the brewery at Fitchampstead in Berkshire.
Right.
It's a 2 month vintaged version of this sumptuous breakfast stout with a gentle touch of smoke, coffee, and chocolate. Boom.
That's a nice one to fit. It's a meal.
It is. It was lovely. It really was.
I can almost taste the smoothness of that pint.
Yeah. And yeah, that was absolutely gorgeous. It really was. Beer of the day, I'm not quite sure if it was beer of the day, but it was close to it, that one. Um, the Windsor and Eton Conqueror Black IPA was lovely.
Yeah.
Um, and the the Black Lodge Autumn Ale was a red ale as well. That was
If you
upper
went there,
class.
there's only one beer. Which one would you have for sale? One beer. Which one?
I would probably have gone for the Conqueror, the
The
Black
Black
IPA.
IPA. Oh,
Yeah,
wow. It was a good
and I
one
love a
too.
Black IPA.
Yeah, very underrated, I think. I
They
do like,
really are.
yeah. Yeah,
So,
I've made a number I've made three black IPAs from scratch myself in the past.
mhm.
And each one of those, that my stock has gone quicker than anything else.
Yeah.
I, I I wouldn't have put money on that because it's not as before we started doing this beer channel, I wasn't that keen on dark ales.
No,
And it's flipped around now. Yeah,
it's very difficult. Yeah, with your black IPAs and your porters and your stouts, and they're coming into season right
yeah,
now. Uh, what I will tell you, as an aside, can I go off on an aside here?
yeah, yeah.
I'm going to go off on an aside here, because I bought a beer last night and I shared a photo with you, Nigel. Stouts are coming in. Let's face it, they're in season, if you like. And I was in Sainsbury's, and I found a Northern Monk beer, Northern Monk, a fine brewery. I would put pretty much in the same sort of bracket as Drop the Anchors, in as much as that they go along beautifully, create some absolutely stonking beers, and every now and then they throw a curveball, and you think, "Ooh,
And you have to throw it away, as we did once. We threw a
oh, we did, didn't we?
yeah.
That was a
This is
stout,
before we did
wasn't
the
it?"
channel.
Yeah,
If those who don't know, we started this during lockdown because I used to go down to Dorset once a month to visit my parents,
yeah,
and Anders and I would go out for a beer.
yeah.
Then lockdown happened, and apparently we weren't allowed to go. Well, the pubs weren't open,
No,
uh, and so I suggested to Anders, I was like, "You get these beers, I'll get the same beers. We'll meet on Zoom. And we'll just have a chat and drink the beers and critique them." And we did that for a good 6 months, and we thought, "Shall we record this?"
shall we? Yeah, let's see what happens. So yeah,
And that's where it all started.
that's where it all started. So
But
last night,
one of those in that 6 months, we did
oh yeah, sorry, go on.
a session on stouts,
Yes,
and we went crazy. We had 6, 7 stouts, didn't we? Bottles.
and
It
they
was,
were, as you know, stouts do get quite strong.
yeah, but to be fair, a lot of them, there's two or three which were disgusting.
One or two were fine.
And the Northern Monk one, which was the strongest, the one with
We thought, how bad can it be if it's this sort of strength?
Yeah, and I thought, well,
Good.
that's Northern Monk. It's going to be brilliant. And we poured it,
Yeah,
and I had to chuck it. Or
yeah.
I think we both chucked it because
It
it
was
was.
a real, yeah. It was. I was getting, if I remember correctly, I was getting overtones of marzipan.
Yeah,
And
it
nobody
was like
likes that in a stout.
some of the stouts were like chocolate Easter eggs. Well, they're like drinking Easter eggs, but they
Mm,
were just so
yeah.
sweet.
Well, the one I got yesterday by Northern Monk was peanut butter and jam stout.
Have you had it yet?
Yeah,
And how was it?
it was okay. I mean, it wasn't as disgusting as I thought it would be. It kind of reminded me, our sister channel, the Punk Tea. We did some Yorkshire flavored teas, and which are unpleasant, really, on the
Yeah.
whole. And the peanut butter and jam was reminiscent of the toast and jam one
All right. The
tea,
artificial.
but it was reminiscent of it, but it didn't have that artificialness about it.
Well, that's all right.
So it was kind of okay, but I would never go back to it. But it was 8.4%.
Which helped the purchasing of it in the first place.
It makes the decision for you, doesn't it?
It's amazing how we shop by numbers. We're looking at beers. Thought, right, I'm going to buy myself a special beer for the weekend or beers. And you look at that, well, oh,
Yeah,
seven,
yeah, yeah.
eight, oh, that'll do.
If you know.
Right.
Exactly, yeah. Because strength is flavor. That's what it is.
But
And
sometimes I think,
strength is deadening of the soul and blocks everything out.
yeah,
Mm.
but I must say, I think I'm disappointed more times than I'm pleased with those sort of purchases.
Okay, fair enough. I'm not so sure myself.
Yeah, because you don't tend to go back and buy them again.
I'm bringing you on up at the weekend.
Yes, you
Mm.
will do that on this channel
I think we will. Yeah, I
because
think
we're
it's a good idea.
recording. This is
As an aside,
we have Winter Beer Fest.
yeah,
We're recording it in 4 days' time.
we are.
Uh, we've got 14 or 15 beers to go through, all beer kits.
I thought we were going to try and limit it a bit, wouldn't we?
Yeah, it's 14.
14, as opposed to
There's an extra
15.
one I might in. I don't know whether it's me. There's a reason for it, but anyway, we'll come to that on the day.
Yeah, I need to. Yeah, it'll be good to see Mark and Paul again. I need to apologise to them after the text I sent to them after the last one.
Yes, and we're not going to the pub after recording this time.
We're only
Or
doing
if we do, we
14.
don't have whiskey when we get back.
We're only doing 14.
Oh
Let's
dear.
see. Yeah. Anyway, so that's what's happening. So that is beer news. That is the Poole Beer Festival. That's the Northern Monk peanut butter and jam, and a little warning that the Winter Beer Fest is on its way.
Very
So,
soon.
indeed, indeed. Right. Okay. Thanks for watching. We hope you found this. We hope you found it. See you soon. Bye.
Goodbye.